And hello, everypony. It is I, Lightning Bliss, and I am doing the Q&A answers at this time. So, any questions that are being posted now or when this video is uploaded, I will probably not be acknowledging. I also want everyone to be aware that a lot of questions were repeated, so I am more than likely am going to skip over the questions that are basically the same. Don't take it personally. It's just that there are a ton of questions for me to answer, apparently, because, wow, y'all are very curious about who I am and what I do, and yeah. So again, don't take it personally if I skip over your question. It's just that just about everybody, almost not everybody, but a lot of people kind of ask the same question. So I am just going to get started on it, and sorry about the glare from the goggles or my glasses. I have to wear them so I can read because I'm nearsighted. So with that, we're just going to get started. That was not a question. Moving on. Lord Ben Maza Skywalker says, "You ever watch Sailor Moon?" You know, I've seen it. I never got into it. I do like the transformation animation, though. Who doesn't? So, yeah. Christian Blue Prism East asks, "Have you ever watched the anime Kill la Kill? Also, you are awesome. Stay true to you." Thank you for the comment, and you're awesome too, so don't forget that. I have never heard of this anime. I'm not a huge anime person. There are some that I like, and it's only a few, so yeah. And for those of you that ask me anime questions, don't be surprised if I don't answer properly because I'm just not a huge anime person. That said, moving on. And excuse me if I cough or snort. Ciderfall 15 asks, "What would you recommend for a starting artist in this community, and can we have an alicorn dance party?" Technically, I already have an alicorn dance party. You can see the video over here if you want to look. So, yeah. What I recommend for any starting artist is don't give up, and be sure to love what you do, because if you don't like what you're doing, you're just doing it for profit or to get known, then you're gonna get melt down real fast and burn out, and you're just not gonna have fun with it. And keep practicing. Every professional artist, even in Disney to Pixar to Hasbro, DHX, they'll do hundreds of drawings before they finally get the right one. So don't give up just because you didn't get it right the first or second or third or fifth or 10th time. Just keep trying. So, moving on. And apologize if I don't pronounce your names right. Luta Azon asks, "Do you know Five Nights at Freddy's, and can you do a let's play of it?" I do know Five Nights at Freddy's. I am a sucker for jump scares. That's why I don't play it. I kind of threw an idea at Toon Critic one time that wouldn't be funny if on his channel, just to prank everybody in the community, to do a Five Nights at Freddy's reaction to like another LP, let's say, and see how bad they get scared. So, no, I'm not playing it. Sorry. Stardust, hi Stardust. She asks, "If a star were to boop the bliss, what would you do?" Can I star boop the bliss? You always boop me. That's not even a question. You just do it anyway. What would I do? I probably would boop back. Especially since I need to get my alicorn looks back, because every time you boop me, I turn into a crystal pony for some reason. Stop that. And sorry, my glasses are dirty. Trying to clean them so we can move on. It's alright. This is going to be a two-parter because so many questions have been asked. And that popped up. Go away. Moving on. Practical Joker PJ asks, "If you would collab with anyone ever in history, alive or dead, who would it be?" Who? You know, honestly, I think me and Leonardo da Vinci, and we could collab on certain art pieces, like H.R. Geiger's work, because H.R. Geiger's one of my favorite artists, and Leonardo da Vinci's like the godfather of art to me, so I thought that would be cool if he and I were to ever meet one day. But alas, he's been dead for hundreds of years, so moving on. Jameson Lee asks, "What do you use to put videos, for example, My Little Pony episodes, in the corner of your videos? Also, have you or your friends ever thought of doing Gmod videos?" What I'm using right now, because you see like the questions on one side, and if I position it right, and you see me on the corner, I'm using Camtasia. It's not a cheap program, and this thing keeps popping up. Go away. Um, I think it's around $200, maybe $300. So I mean, in order to make good content and even make a little money with it, you got to spend money to make good content. So there's that. I'm sure there are other videos that video programs you can find that'll work better. But this is the best one I know of. So yeah. And to the other question, will I ever consider doing Gmod videos? I'm a 2D animator. If I were to go jump into that stuff, and I'm not saying it's bad stuff. I've seen some amazing work from people who use Gmod, but I have a degree in 2D animation. I'm not going to falter from my roots and go to a 3D modeling step-by-step camera thing. It's just not in me. It's just not what I do. It's not what I specialize at. Moving on. Skytoon asks, if you could go back in time, when would you go? You know, that question, I get a little iffy about it because I don't like the idea of going back in time and changing things because, I mean, as much as I would want to have certain things change, the things happen for a reason, I strongly believe. It's things that happened in the past that make us who we are today. So, go away. That said, if I could go back in time, which I won't, which I never would agree to anyway, but if I did, I probably would want to go back in time and spend more time with my dad because he passed away about almost 6 years ago, and before he passed away, he and I were angry with each other, and I'm going into personal waters here. I'm going to get out of that, so I'm just going to move on, but yeah, I would have wanted to spend more time with him. Dino Expert asks, are you still working on some plans for this year? Some plans? You mean, am I planning to do more reviews or stuff? Because, yeah, I have tons of plans. I mean, I'm planning on doing more reviews with other collabers. I am doing solo stuff, too. It's just that I'm really far behind on a really big project I've been wanting to get out. That was supposed to be for this. And I'm way behind on it. So, there's that. But, yeah, there's lots of plans in the works. I'm still working on TF2 projects with everybody else. And, yeah, I'm nowhere near done doing what I love to do. So, yeah, I got plans. Michael Tan asks, who's your favorite pony? I'm guessing who it is. Okay, you're guessing who it is, but you want me to say it anyway. It's Twilight Sparkle. I feel like she and I connect better because she's OCD about things. I'm OCD about things. She makes lists of things to do. I make lists of things to do. She tries to plan ahead and tries to predict every consequence or reaction and stuff. I do the exact same thing. And yet it never works out, does it, Twilight? It never does. Skybreeze Master MC asks, who or what keeps you inspired to make videos, and have your reasons for making videos changed over the years? Well, when I first started out, nobody was inspiring me. I just did it for fun. So as time went on and I found out more people were doing it, and I ended up being friends with these people over time, like Dr. Wolf, Silverquill, Josh Scorcher, Toon Critic, Keyframe, Golden Fox, The Whistler, Eliora. I could go on here. There's so many names. Robin, Rose Pals, yeah, Sapphire Heart Song. Okay, I'm dropping names here. I got a lot of friends, so all of them inspire me in their own way. Like Silverquill inspires me to branch out of my humor and, you know, find that stride of humor and entertainment. Dr. Wolf has been more like a mentor to me and not to worry about what other people think. Toon Critic is all about charisma, and he's been pushing me to be, you know, just from watching his stuff, I try to be more charismatic. Keyframe is an amazing voice actress, and she's an amazing writer, and it's like, oh, if I could be half as good as a writer as her, you know. That said, have my way of making videos changed over the years? Definitely. I went from very shy and secluded in that little cabin background to branching out, rainbows, animation, puns, jokes, effects. Go away, you. Yeah. My videos changed over the years, but only for the better in my opinion. But that doesn't mean I haven't stopped. I'm still trying to improve. I'm still trying to find that next big challenge, which I am currently working on right now. So, yeah. Joshua Colby House asks, what are your thoughts on Splatoon and Super Mario Maker? I don't know either of them. I've been trained in Adobe programs, so yeah. The Rainbow Kitty asks, did you ever thought of making your OC rainbow powered? It would be freaking awesome. Go to my DA page, go into the folder that says my Lightning Bliss OC folder in my gallery, and you will find a rainbow ponified image of my OC. Yeah, like I have enough rainbows on me anyway, and I make a rainbow version of me. I thought it was fun. So yeah, just find it there, you'll see it. Elisa Alex Voicer Underwood asks, out of all the reviewers and analysis you met, who do you feel closest to? That's kind of a challenge and a toughie because I don't want to make people feel left out. I feel close to a lot of them, honestly, in different aspects. Like, again, I'll drop names here, and I'm not intentionally trying to forget people, but like I feel close to Toon Critic because he's like a younger brother to me. I'm like his little big sister, I guess. Me and Keyframe are like besties. We're pals, and Golden Fox, he's kind of like a bro to me as well because he could be oversensitive at times. Sorry, Goldilocks, you can be, but I love to hug ya and make you feel better. And then you have like people like Dr. Wolf and Mrs. Wolf recently. Doc has been a mentor to me and like an older brother, I guess you could say. I mean, sorry to put it that way, Doc, if you see this. And his wife, she's just been the sweetest woman to me, and she loves what I do, and I was more than happy to help her create her own character. And like I feel like she and I can communicate on a similar level because she and I are both married, and yeah. And then recently, me and Josh Scorcher have been bonding a little bit. Like, you've been watching my Let's Play videos of Legends of Equestria. We've been having a ton of fun there and coming up with ideas and stuff. So, yeah. Or even just recently, I mean, not too recently, but Wilsonator, Thespio, he and I have been on a similar level. He and his family have been through so much. And, you know, on a real level, he and I have connected, and I understand the trials of life he's going through, and yeah. So, okay, I'm dwelling here. This is going to be ended up a 3-parter or something. I don't know, because there's so many questions. And I'm dwelling on one. Moving on. Raven Feather 15 asks, what if your My Little Pony OC went to the Dragon Ball Z world? Yeah, what if that happened? You know, I've seen some bizarre things in Dragon Ball Z, so I don't think this would be one of them. If that were to happen, my husband would have a hard time explaining to the other Z warriors about it, I'm sure. Artista Mels asks, do you look up to any artists? If so, who? Yes, I look up to Leonardo da Vinci, as I've said, and H.R. Geiger. And for those of you who do not know, H.R. Geiger, he's the creator of Alien and Aliens. He was the artist of the original creature designs and the nesting stuff, and even the alien planet, LB-426. And he was in charge of the Draga design too. It's sad that he's gone, but yeah, I looked up to him a lot, and he kind of inspired me not to feel bad with what other people think of your artwork. So, Kayla Belliu, asks, I got 2 things. 1, not really a question. I am a new fan of your channel and I love your videos. Thank you, sir. 2, you probably get this a lot, but what is your both favorite and least favorite videos in My Little Pony? Ooh, I saw a lot of these questions, so sorry folks if I skip a lot of your questions, because here's one now. What is my favorite and least favorite? That is very hard to say because I like a lot of My Little Pony episodes. I can automatically name one I do not like, and it was portrayed to Spike, and it was All's Well That Ends Well. I just do not like how they portrayed Spike as some evil spoiled brat villain trying to frame another animal on something that he did. I did not like that episode at all, and I do hope the writers will give Spike some more love in the future. I have a lot of favorite episodes like Sonic Rain Boom or season 5 premiere episodes like Luna Eclipse, you know, stuff like that. I could go on. Jessica Peleldi asks, number 1, who's your favorite My Little Pony character? Already answered. 2, fears. What are my fears? Losing a loved one. I'm claustrophobic. I have a bee phobia. Yeah, I think that was in order. 3, how did you come up with your name for your OC? It's actually based off my cutie mark. My cutie mark is the rainbow heart, and then you have the lightning bolt. The cutie mark, I mean, the heart itself can represent love or peace. But I didn't want to be too cliche, so I went with bliss. And then you have the lightning bolt, so lightning bliss. Let's see, number 4, favorite food and drink. Oh, that's not fair. I love all sorts of food and drinks. I love milkshakes and Shirley Temples, and I don't drink. I'm not an alcoholic. I don't like alcohol. Favorite foods, my mom's homemade fried chicken and mashed potatoes, or fried turkey on Thanksgiving, honey smoked ham, green bean casserole, Mexican. Yeah, I'm gonna be here all day if I answer this question. Moving on. Amber Fireheart asks, what's your favorite game? You know, for over 15 years I've played just one game, and it was Alien vs. Predator 2. Oh, with the exception of its predecessor, which was Alien vs. Predator Gold Edition. I've been in a video game clan called the Dark Blood Hunters. I'll try to leave a link to their YouTube channel here in the description. I'm actually one of the founding admins of that community, and the hierarchy, he goes by the Ancient. He's an old crab. Hi, the Ancient. And I do actually plan to retire from that gaming community around my birthday, because by then I'm 30, and at this point I'm not doing much in the community anymore because it kind of runs itself. So yeah, I'm going to retire from it. But yeah, Alien vs. Predator were my most favorite games at the time. Rosie Cybers, hi Rose Pals. She asked, number 1, favorite episode of season 5. I've already kind of answered that. I can't answer just one episode. Oh wait. Of season 5. Okay, she was very specific. My favorite episodes of season 5. Alright, I will answer. Season 5 premiere. Castle Sweet Castle, definitely one of my favorites. Brotherhood Social. Do Princess's Dream and Magical Sheep. I know, I mean, Voice of Reason just did a collab with Silver Quill, but I still liked it anyway. 100th episode, Slice of Life. I could go on here. Mending Fences. I loved season 5. It made me cry. It made me laugh. It made me smile. It had a lot of feels. I could just go on. So, yeah. Number 2. Favorite collab project so far? It has to be Princess's Dream of Magical Sheep with Toon Critic. That one blew up in my face because he and I had so much fun with it, because it was this one episode where anything could happen. We could collab and get away with all sorts of naughty stuff, like that whole Toon Blistermon thing. That was all a big joke. It was kind of targeted at ticking off Mad Munchkin. Hi, Maddie. Because she hates red and black and Alicorn OCs, and let's create the ultimate Mary Gary stew ever. And Toon Critic came up with the Digimon references, because I'm not a Digimon fan. I told him I didn't want to do any dancing. He's like, okay, let's do a Digimon fuse. I'm like, okay. So, yeah, that was my favorite collab by far. Favorite musicals. Ooh. Musicals. It's hard for me to pinpoint a musical. I like the Mary Poppins musicals. Those are classics. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, a musical where he's singing in the candy room and stuff. Yeah, so moving on. Cotton Spiritly Rin Fight Candy Mom asks, that is a long name, why are you so fabulous and rainbowy? Aww. I'm not fabulous. That belongs to Rarity. Rarity is the fabulous one, darling. Why am I so rainbowy? Born that way, I guess, and I love the rainbows. I always say that at random when somebody is introducing Lightning Bliss, and I always say, I like rainbows. How many collabs excuse me. How many collabs have you been in? I remember my first collab, and that was with Prince Thunderflare. I did one with Rose Powell. Okay, Toon Critic. I did a few moments with Dr. Wolf. I don't know if those count, so that's 2. DeWilstonator, that was a good one. Sparkle Cord, well over 7, maybe 10, I think. It's hard for me to pinpoint because there's so many projects going on in my head right now. Are you going to BronyCon this year? Yes, I am. I've already bought my ticket. At this point, I'm waiting for the Artist Alley vendor hall to open up. And I'm hopefully, as planned, we'll be sharing a table with Dr. and Mrs. Wolf, and hopefully Silver Quill if he's still interested in sharing. Silver Quill, you haven't responded back yet on Skype. Get on Skype and ask and answer if you want to join me and Doc for selling stuff at BronyCon, because I know you did pretty good at Pacific PonyCon. Krumlola Lee asks, if you could go back in time, what would you change in your life and in the Brony community? Again, I'll answer for the Brony community at least, but I don't like the idea of going back in time, and I don't like the idea of changing things in what is already here, so I think I'm kind of just going to move ahead. I don't like going back in time questions, honestly, because I feel like it's just wrong to do that. Maybe I take it too literally and I don't have fun with it, but still. Dear Lightning Bliss, a huge fan of yours. First off, my question to you is, this is from George Hochter. My question to you is, one related to the TF2 analysis series. How much TF2 have you actually played before? And say hello to the rainbow pet of yours. I probably played about an hour or 2, maybe a little more. This was after I got on the team, by the way. Excuse me. No, I am not a professional, and no, I'm not a veteran of the game. I just like to play it for fun. I don't do it for competitive reasons. I have my own pet, though he's more of a bodiless head of a robot. Okay, that's not a question. Thank you, sir. Moving on. Draco X Spain 456 asks, hey, do you like Pokemon or Digimon? I don't like Pokemon, and I don't like Digimon. I only like Digimon music. Go butt Toon Critic about that stuff. Blah. Chris Falcon asks, 1. Have you ever seen an episode of Digimon Tree or Dragon Ball Super? No. I've been watching Dragon Ball Z Kai, if that counts, but no, I don't watch Digimon stuff. Number 2. What does art mean to you? Art means having fun and expressing your views and sharing a window of what you see to other people. Yeah. Number 3, how many pets do you have? I have 3 rats, and they're over there sleeping right now, and they're probably wondering, why won't she shut up? And we also have 2 rambunctious dogs. So, yeah. See, I'm trying to keep a track on how long I've been doing this, and I may have to come to a stopping point soon and do another part later. Number 4, ever tried Super Mario Maker? No, I don't feel the need to. And moving on. Angel Mon Gon asks, I have 4 questions. 1, would you like another little with alicorn and the ripped gender male? Okay, I'm gonna try to fix the grammar here, and I'm guessing you're asking, how would I feel having a little male alicorn in the rift joining us? I wouldn't be against it, I guess, because I feel like I'm the, with the exception of Heather Blossom and Pristine, I feel like I'm the only alicorn around that has been succeeding in reviews anyway, and entertainment, but that's a shot in the dark. I know there's male alicorn, but I haven't seen him doing anything lately, so I wouldn't be against it. 2, if so, what would be your reaction, and what would you do with that certain alicorn? Nothing. I wouldn't do anything to him because he would be new, and I treat him like everybody else in the cafe who's new to me. As strangers, we have to get to know each other and stuff first, so yeah. Number 3, what would it take to do a collab with you? Well, I have to get to know you, really, honestly. I have to be comfortable with what you do, and you gotta have, I need to know if you have basic, like, editing or scripting or acting or reviewing content, at least. I don't like to do collabs with people that are inexperienced because it just means more work for me, and I don't have that kind of time anymore, so yeah. Number 4, do you have Tumblr? No. I probably should, but I don't. Alright, next up, Magic Note. Favorite main 6 member? Already said it. Mediel X. Out of the non-pony races, which one is your favorite and why? For example, my OC is a Griffin because 1, I love mythology and the creatures based around them. It's one of the reasons why I do into the series. And 2, I couldn't decide which one is best fit for my personality. Well, yeah, I love Griffins. They're one of my favorites. If I had to choose something besides the Griffins, it would be the Chimera. I thought the Chimeras were really cool, and need to see more of those guys, or Manticores. Those are awesome. I like to see more fantasy creatures other than just those, and diamond dogs and dragons. How about not even sea serpents? How about, I guess Tarek is a centaur, but let's see some harpies, or sea ponies, maybe? Ghost of Time 1 asks, go away, you. Concerning the craze surrounding Gary's mod source filmmaker models of you and your friends, what do you plan to do? Yeah, I just download those for fun, honestly. I'm not gonna make a video out of them. I just thought it'd be cute for, like, posing and stuff, and maybe take an art picture here and there, but it's not gonna be my primary focus. Something to goof off with and play and have fun with. That's really all I'm gonna do with it. EPEG Gamer asks, are you a born alicorn or did you become one? Go look at my backstory. She became one. I was never born into. I hate that. I hate the born into stuff. That's lazy writing, in my opinion. Pyro Skull Fist asks, 1, how did you came with the name Lightning Bliss? Already answered. 2, do you play other games than My Little Pony Legends of Equestria, I'm assuming? Well, currently, every now and then, when I have time, if I have time, I'll play Rocket League with my husband, maybe a little Dota 2, and Left 4 Dead 2, and Killing Floor 2. A lot of 2s, I'm noticing. Joshua Munez asks, hey, Lightning, if you and Sub-Zero are going to have a foal, and you're going to name your foal, what will your foal and name will be? Sub-Zero is a frost demon and Lightning Bliss is a pony, and everybody's been, like, getting really firm about whether or not he and I were to courtship, and that it would be blasphemous or BCist and all that nasty stuff. And it's like, guys, these are fantasy characters, don't take them so seriously. That being said, in reality, me and my husband do not plan on having kids. But if we did, in real life, not fantasy-wise, in real life, if he and I were to have children, we thought, like, if it were a girl, we would name her Kira, and if it were a boy, Marty or Kyle. But, Yeah, we don't plan on having kids, so sorry if I answered your question disappointedly. Max and Sid 14 asked, did you make your OC extremely adorable on purpose? No, I did not. This is all an accident. I remember when it first started happening, I created my character and I was just getting the hang of drawing ponies and vectorizing, and someone commented on my artwork, I noticed her ears are really big. And I'm like, oh no, I'll go fix that right away. Pew! I go and look, and yeah, sure enough, her ears are rather big on her. And I'm like, that's kind of cute. Oh, yeah. I admit I liked it because it was cute, but it was different. I haven't seen a whole lot of ponies with really big ears, and I love long tails, and I've always had a long tail on most of my characters, so that was a given. But the ears was a mistake. And then I realized, this can have some symbolism for me because I am actually not that good of hearing. My ears are actually rather small, and my ear channels are small, so my hearing is very sensitive and it's not as strong. I also have an auditory processing disorder, so the fact that my character has big ears is kind of an oxymoron. It was not intent to be cute, or I guess it was. I mean, in a way it was cute, but it was different, and so I decided to roll with it. And every now and then her ears fluctuated in sizes until finally I settled on the right size. Let's see. I think I'll do 3 more questions and then I'm going to go to another part. Megan Merriman asks, we sub you... Oh, you're not a question. Moving on. Brianna Cable asks, hello, I am a little gray and blue unicorn zebra hybrid. My OC is the same size as yours. I get called cute and adorable all the time, and people think I'm 14 or 16 years old. I am 23. It gets very annoying. Okay, that's not a question, sweetie. I'm moving on. Yeah, moving on. I'm going to have to skip people because these aren't questions. So, okay, 3 questions here. Okay, I'm going to do 2 because the one up above it is 5 questions. Okay. Lone Wolf Darkness asks, what do you hope to see in the next season of My Little Pony? And have you heard about the movie come out in 2017 about the equestrian? No spoilers at all. I don't care how tiny it is. I don't want to know about it. I don't want to be spoiled in anything about the movie. I only know is that it's coming, and I don't want any spoils. I don't want a trailer unless it absolutely cannot be avoided. And yeah, one of my hopes for the next season, however, I am hoping for a Celestia episode, like an actual Celestia episode. I'd also like to see a Royal Guard episode, give these guys some credit because they're not being viewed very well. They're being viewed as weaklings or useless at this point, and I'm getting tired of it. It's like, guys, it's military, we need to represent our military a little bit proper, even if it is just a cartoon, but come on, let's give them a little bit of a good episode here. Okay. Draco Xfang 456 asks, and one more thing I have to say in the same guy. You are not a question, sir. So at that point, I'm going to stop here, and then I'll do another parter. Bye-bye.